Hi guys, welcome to my first voiceover speed paint. I figured that instead of just posting my soundless speed paints with just music and stuff, I'd talk more about the process behind the paintings that I make. This video is 5 minutes long and I'm not sure if I'll be able to talk for 5 minutes, but I guess we'll see by the end of this video. So here, my idea was to draw Childe using his delusion because I think the electro element just looks really cool, and also I have a lot of trouble drawing hydro for some reason, and this piece was meant to be a portfolio piece. I received a portfolio critique from a server on Discord, and one of the suggestions was that I didn't have enough dynamic pieces in my body of work, which I totally agree with, and I can show that in a second here. So I challenged myself to redraw this picture that I did in May with the same idea but even more dynamic and implementing the new background skills that I picked up. So here you can see me laying down the base colors for the golden house, and I had a lot of trouble with this because I'm not used to painting these gold colors, and leaning into the green hues was a bit of a challenge for me because I personally don't really like the color green. And I was also trying a new style here where I don't use the sketch as line art but rather lay down flat colors without lines, but this was also challenging because I had to make sure that the edges were super clean. But I really like how the end result turned out, as you'll see later, because it looks way cleaner than when I paint over my sketches. And I don't know if it's because I usually have too much blending on my brushes or what, but I really like the result of this new style, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to continue using it in the future. Here I'm adding the shading to the base colors that I laid down, and it's pretty straightforward. I just kept in mind the lighting from the top right, and later on I add some more adjustment layers to make the lighting look more dramatic and vibrant. And for some reason I usually always draw Childe's triangle, like that clothing triangle, super big, and I think miHoYo caught on to the fandom's their taste for this triangle, because I saw that in his birthday art they also opened the triangle to be super big compared to the official art and his in-game model. As I'm drawing, I usually show the sketch layer periodically so that I can make sure that I'm placing the shadows and the folds of the clothing in the right places. And I downloaded a lightning brush especially for this painting because I figured that if I can make it look nice with some pre-made assets, then why not? Because I feel like in my last drawing, the hand-drawn lightning kind of detracted from the work as a whole because it looked a bit messy and unpolished, but I'm definitely going to try challenging myself to draw them in by hand. Not because I like to torture myself, but because it will add like my own flavor to the painting, if that makes sense. And here I'm adding in the rim lighting that comes from the lightning, and I kept in mind that it would be really bright. And then I start polishing the background after I finished the character. Sometimes when I'm drawing, I finish the face and I get bored of rendering the whole thing, so I'm trying to work around that. But this background was quite fun to do because it's very regal feeling and it's got this really nice vibe to it, but it was challenging to fill in the details without them looking messy because usually I don't render backgrounds. This is actually only the second fully rendered and painted background that I've done, so it's not bad for that. But I do feel like I could improve more on details and stuff like that because usually I just do it roughly and then I just leave it. Like, if I'm satisfied with it, then I just leave it, but sometimes it's better to look a bit more polished, you know? And for that effect in the bottom right corner, it wasn't originally planned in my drawing, but I decided to add it after I played around with some brushes. And yeah, this is the final painting. I had to fix the placement of his mask and the delusion to work on the composition, but yeah. I'm quite proud of this piece, and I think it's the strongest piece in my portfolio. And I hope to make more pieces like this in the future. And that's the end of my video. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!